If you come up here, please hold on to the rails. If you want to go out front, you can do so as well. Also known as the Waccamaw Indians. They used Sandy Island for a very special purpose. They had a special name for Sandy Island as well. They call it Yahani, meaning the land of our ancestors. And the reason why they call it that is because they kind of use Sandy Island for a burial ground. Reason as the burial ground, because in this area right here, Sandy Island is the highest point. Even currently today, Sandy Island is the highest point in Georgetown County. At its highest point, it sits about 76 feet above sea level. Around the 1500s, when the Spaniards came through this way, the Spaniards got aboard Sandy Island, did the exploration, and also had a special name for Sandy Island as well. They call it Mount Arena, which is Spanish for mountain of sand. Around the mid-1700s, French Huguenots came through this way, and they tried to do an establishment and name it after Mr. James Dubador, but the name didn't stick. The characteristics of the island gave it its name. Sandy Island, lots and lots of sand. So we have enough sand. If you want to take some back with you, we'll fill your pockets, fill your shoes, give you some bags, and we still have more to go. Just let us know. But it was the French Huguenots that introduced my ancestors here to this area from West Africa, mainly from the Mandinka tribe. They brought us over here because we are very knowledgeable on how to cultivate rice in the tidal basin. This area right here is controlled by the tides. If you look right at the trees, at the stumps, you can see the watermark. The tide right now is going out. So we're about mid-tide right at this point. What they do, we'll find areas like this, clear it out. All the vegetation that you see on the edge of this creek right here, the cypress trees, the oak trees, and the pine trees, these were the vegetation that they had to get out of these rice fields. The life expectancy was only about 3 to 6 years. A lot of hard work, free labor on the backs of my ancestors. Once the fields were cleared, that's when they started producing what was known as the Carolina Gold, the cash producing crop here in the Carolinas. When they built these big old rice fields, they built big berms around them. They also had irrigation canals in them, and they also had what they call locks to allow the water in to flood the rice fields. On those locks, there would be a gentleman that would stay there with a long stick with the cup on the end, and ever so often, they would taste that water. And when the celestial bodies lined up just correctly, this water would taste like either tea or coffee. So I see some of y'all brought your cups. I'm gonna slow down if y'all wanna take a dip and see what it tastes like today. Y'all good?
Good.
Y'all good?
You're good.
All right now. A lot of folks want to have their coffee break. We want to make sure y'all get yours. No, but what he was doing, he was tasting that water to make sure that the water was not contaminated with salt water or brackish water. The salt water will actually disturb the ecosystem of the rice. Rice and salt water do not go together very well. Now, during the time of harvesting, planting, and producing the rice, there's 3 times that they will flood the rice fields. Shortly after they plant the rice, mid-season, and just before the harvest. Reason being is because the rice stalks become very long, and then they become very full with the rice grain. If you look over here to the far right over here, you see those long stalks? That's the wild species of rice that's growing today. But that's to give you a picture of what the rice kind of looked like back in the day. So with those stalks right there, when they were very full of the Carolina Gold, they would tend to lean over. And if they didn't have anything to support it, the stems would break and the rice would be no longer any good. As you get a little bit further up right here, to the right, you're going to see one of those irrigation canals. And currently today, it's still serving its purpose as irrigating the rice fields, but it's actually just old rice fields with a lot of swamp grass growing in it. and then also a wild species of rice that's growing in it today. We don't harvest the rice. We let the rice birds do that. Right here to our right, if you just look, you can look over to the right and you can see the vastness of one of these rice fields right here. Those long stalks right there, the wild species of rice that's growing, the seeds have already fell. So all you can see what's left is the bushy stems. Here's the irrigation canal right there. They led out to the river out there to allow the water to come in. Right in front of us is the Waccamaw River, named after the Waccamaw Indians, meaning happy water, happy river. This is also the Intracoastal Waterway. Right there in front of us is Sandy Island. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to begin now going into the red and yellow building over there, which is my mom's general store, Hyatt's General Store. My mom's name is Beulah Hyatt. She'll be there waiting to greet you. If she's not there, then it would be my nephew, Trenton Hyatt. The house behind that red building, the yellow building with the red top, is the house I grew up in. My mom and dad currently live there today. The house beside that is my aunt's house. She retired from the education system up there in DC, came back home. Got an uncle that's building his house right there behind that house, and up on the hill is my other aunt's house. Right up here on the far right is my uncle's house, and he also has a little cabin right there that he rents out for folks that want to come over and stay over. So yeah, you can say it's a family thing.
I was going to say, do you own the island?
Everybody knows your name.
Really?
All right, folks, I'm going to have you all come back in.